Hey, you guys, welcome back to another review of Married to Medicine. So, yes, let's go ahead. I know we late. I know y'all.
It's my
Late.
fault. It's my fault.
We be having whole jobs and trips out here. So, let's go ahead and get into it.
We keep it real, expressing how we feel. Whoa. So come on in and sip some tea. Join the KOED family. We're about relationships and review, making it fun and just for you. Go with God, let God go with you. It's time for Courtney and Eddie.
I always put God first. What's up, KOED fan? Welcome back to another video, Courtney and Eddie. I'm Eddie, aka E-Dub. This is my lovely wife.
Courtney, also known as Coco.
And this here is Courtney and Eddie. The channel's all about relationships. It's all about reviews. It's all about entertainment. And tonight, we're going to be talking about Married to Medicine.
Are you talking to them? Or are you
talking
to
you?
me?
Because you don't make no slides remarks on your voice.
Child, that's what you. I didn't do nothing with my voice. I just
don't be scared. You got something to say, say it.
My nigga tell you, y'all don't need to come on with that bad energy, honey. Y'all be arguing and stuff like that. I can sense it through the. Stop lying, child. If we had bad energy and we was arguing, you would not see none of this, okay?
Yeah, y'all be reaching real bad.
So if this is your first time joining and you hadn't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. If you're watching us on Facebook, make sure you hit like and follow. And I need to stop saying that because I don't put nothing but one particular show on Facebook. But anywho, so before we get into it, make sure you head on over and join our Patreon. Yes, we have a Patreon account. So where we're gonna have exclusive content. What we do, I'm actually gonna post a video there tomorrow, and we're gonna go live one day this week and just kind of share some things we experienced this weekend. So if you haven't joined, go ahead and join. It's the first of the month.
Yeah, man. Awesome.
Grab your chicken. Come on.
When we get on the Patreon, we're gonna talk about what happened this past weekend.
I just said that. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead and get into it. We ready? I'm ready. All right, so it starts out with Contessa, as Dr. Heavenly used to call her, Contessa. So Contessa is mad, and, she went in her room and started pouting, and all that stuff, whatever. So Heavenly walked out, and Jackie, on the phone with Heavenly, and Heavenly like, I'm finna go. And Jackie, of course, she always have to be the mediator, the one that try to, reconcile everybody, the mother of the group, the peacemaker.
She is the mature one. That's why I respect Dr. Jackie. Because she is mature.
So Jackie is going outside and talking to Heavenly. And Heavenly was really, I don't think I've ever seen Heavenly cry like this. You think that was Jimmy?
Man, you got all that fakeness.
What was that?
Yeah, you like Martin be doing Gina and Pam. Yeah, all that fakeness, man. She was faking it.
So she was upset. It seemed like she was upset. She was like, she ain't did nothing, and talked about nothing that hadn't been talked about on the show. And so she don't understand why Contessa's so upset. She said she don't care nothing about them other fake in there. She's just concerned about Contessa because they had a nice friendship and, production, child. They had to go and replay. They have to go and replay. Wait a minute. They have to go and replay the stuff that, their friendship and all that stuff. I don't know why he think that he can just interrupt me, but as soon as I do that, then you cut me off. You won't let me talk. But he do it. Wasn't that rude? Come on, child.
Your feelings?
Nope.
You got your little fat feelings. But anywho, as I was saying, if that's your friend, you won't be dragging your friends on YouTube like you say you do. You say, oh, I'm just playing. Sometimes you can play a little too much, Heavenly. And when you joke at other people's expenses, to the right, okay, you can hurt their feelings. And that's what you did. But that's your girl, that's your friend. And you just drug her on. I won't say national TV, but basically, yeah, national TV. So, yeah, friends don't do friends like that. I know I won't do my friend like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to, even though my friend might confide in to me about something, I'm not going to put it on blast on social media. I'm not going to do my friend like that. I'm not going to embarrass my friend like that.
Heavenly said she didn't say nothing. She should be mad at her husband, but she mad at her. But, Contessa was like, had, I guess, intimate conversation. He was like, we traveled together. We didn't. I mean, like that was her girl.
That don't mean nothing. If I'm entrusting you with some information, that don't mean you go back out there and blast
Heavenly
out.
said she ain't say nothing, that she ain't telling her nothing personal.
But
She ain't say nothing.
still, Heavenly know that's a sticking point with Contessa. Why ain't bringing it back up?
Right. And then so while Jackie outside talking to Heavenly and Contessa in her room pouting, Simone and KOED, they having a conversation. It's just funny. And so anyway, they up there arguing back and forth. And so it seemed like they were saying the same thing, but I guess the fact that KOED was saying this wasn't the time or place to do nothing like nobody wants to get ambushed. But although I agree she go too far, her mouth is too reckless. She needs to be in check. And Simone was like, well, I don't care. This needed to be done. And she said, I don't care nothing about it. I don't want my friends doing stuff like this. This is America, honey. You should. Then KOED said, America. They started laughing. I thought that was funny. What you finna say, baby?
I think KOED is trying to straddle the fence here. She's saying that Heavenly is wrong, but this is not the way to go about doing it. I get it, but still, somebody got to call Heavenly out on this. You know what I'm saying? How long you gonna let us skate by? See, KOED apparently gives Heavenly a lot of chances.
I think she do too.
Heavenly will say something bad about KOED, then Heavenly will go back and apologize to KOED, and KOED will forgive her, and they move on. That's a vicious cycle there. Somebody got to break it, and this was, I think, Contessa's way of breaking that cycle with Heavenly.
Another thing too that Simone brought it up. What?
Thank you.
About what?
Yes, thank you.
So another thing too that Simone brought up is that picture that was posted on Instagram when KOED posted her picture, and I was sitting there reading it. KOED posted her picture, and then Heavenly just did the, like the thinking emoji or something like that or whatever. So KOED immediately snapped on her in the comment section and was just saying she done had lipo and all that stuff or whatever. So KOED took her emoji wrong, which,
It sounded like KOED was a little sensitive about that. You think?
Yeah.
You take a little emoji and you go in hard like that.
But she probably know how Heavenly like to joke and crack.
No,
so she was ready to be amped up about Heavenly saying something sideways. But yet that's your friend.
Yeah, but she misplaced that anger. She missed that shot this time. Mm-hmm. She shot her low at the wrong spot.
Yeah. So but I think you're right. I think that KOED and Heavenly friendship, I think I enjoy it. They both shaded. They'll shade other people. That's what I'm saying? They kind of shade each other. And I think KOED enjoy being her friend. Yeah. But, there are lines that you can't cross and you shouldn't as a friend. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be nobody's friend like that. But
apparently KOED allow Heavenly to cross those lines a lot and forgives her forgives her for crossing the lines. I'm just, rough night.
You done had a long day. So anyway, the ladies leave and KOED and Anila in the kitchen talking. And you like, what? Anila, honey, you was up there just as being messy, but you don't want nobody to call your stuff out, honey. So you trying to say, hey, take it easy on her. Take it easy on her.
Yeah, I'm assuming we ain't get to that part yet. They showed a scene when, what's her name?
Oh yeah, we ain't got to that yet. So anyway, Jackie go in there and talk to Contessa, and Contessa was like, I can't do it no more. I can't. I've been her friend. She's if Heavenly want to be reckless, then it's time for me to be reckless to her. I just think that Contessa be amping it up. Like, I'm not saying that it wasn't called for, it's not necessary, but I just really think that that Contessa putting too much sauce.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. But apparently, Contessa's going through a lot. I don't know what she's going through. But apparently she's going through so much that she's acting the way she's acting now towards Heavenly. And I get it, man. Heavenly out there dragging people. Somebody got to do something about it. KOED ain't going to do nothing about it. The other girl, she chimed in. She's with it. You know what I'm saying? What's her name? Anila, yeah, she's with it.
And Toya was like, y'all sitting up here arguing about
Toya is like, she just don't care.
She's like, yeah, I'm over it. Like, y'all keep saying the same stuff. The girl ain't gonna change. She continue to do the same thing. So let's move on to Toya come to see Dr. Simone. And she was trying to tell the lady, listen, I got this surprise for her. I want to just tell her I just got coffee. But the lady didn't understand the assignment, honey. She
No,
messed
she
all that
understood.
up.
You know, she understood the assignment. She said, "I'm gonna get my 15 minutes of fame." That's right. Here you go. So she got her shine on. She understood it. Trust me.
And so anyway, so Toya is coming, to see Dr. Simone, and they was talking about, of course, the night before. So Dr. Simone was saying that, it seemed like Neil, the minute she sat down and came in, the energy shifted.
You know why, don't you?
What she said?
They trying to attack you, Heaven. They gonna attack you. Like she was so scary moving something. They gonna get you. I said, man, that's a sellout if I haven't seen one. They gonna get you, Heaven. I said, ooh, boy. Can't have them in my group, man. Ooh,
And so, and then they Shady Production.
Why did she sound like the? She sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West when she laughed. You know what I'm saying? All they need to do is show her around a broom in the sky.
So they sit and they talk about that. And Toya was also saying too, it's funny that Heavenly want to talk about everybody marriage, everybody business, but she sure don't put her and Damon stuff out there.
Because Damon said, don't be putting our business out there in the streets. Damon don't play. I don't blame him, man. You know, if y'all want to go out there and chit chat and be catty, go ahead. But when it comes to our marriage, no, you keep that. No, you keep that with us. You know what I'm saying? You don't put that out there. No.
So Heavenly is talking to Anila. So they're in the restaurant and, she sit down and talking. So she was saying that, listen, Heavenly, Heavenly was saying that, her and Contessa, have been friends. She don't understand, blah, blah, blah. And then Anila said, well, listen, as far as you and Quad, y'all need to, talk about that. Quad ain't really mad at you. No, she said Quad is, kind of mad at you for what you said about her being with married men. She said, well, the streets is saying it. It's been out there.
But y'all friends, right? Y'all friends. Y'all friends. This is your friend you putting these so-called rumors out about. You know what I'm saying? You spreading rumors about your so-called friend about her sleeping with married men of all things.
Of all things.
You know what I'm saying?
And then not only did she say,
you could say she got a PPP loan or something, but no. Sleeping with married men.
Not a PPP. She was saying, and Anila said, because when she was saying that, it's been out there, it's all, in the streets or whatever. And Dr. Heavenly begins to give more information and tell her so-and-so, you know what I'm saying? You know so-and-so? And she was like, no, I don't know so-and-so. So so-and-so, because they kind of bleeped the person's name out, is, I guess, I don't know, Kawhi supposed to be sleeping with this girl husband. I don't know if that was the case. But did you not know the microphones was on? Did you not know that the cameras was far away? Like, what did she know?
She knew that. She knew. You got the cameras right there when you first walk in and filming. Come on, man.
But I'm thinking that maybe they were still eating when the cameras leave. But they were still mic'd up.
Yeah, they were still mic'd up. She knew what was going on. She didn't want to play crazy.
So Heavenly.
All right, go.
So anyway, who done that?
It hurt your throat, huh?
Too high for me, honey.
See, only a witch can do that.
So Heavenly was telling Neil that she heard that she heard from some people that was around Eugene that Eugene said that marrying Toy was the worst mistake that he ever made.
You're going by hearsay. See, hearsay would ruin a marriage. Hearsay would ruin a relationship, man. That's why I don't like. That's why I don't try to put out hearsay, man.
At all. So let's move on to Dr. Contessa. Dr. Contessa was working at the clinic, and you could probably talk about this. So, there was an NFL player. He took his shirt off.
Yeah, he was a wide
to get that examination.
Yeah, he had like shoulder surgery, and he used to play in the NFL. He was the Kansas City Chiefs wide receiver, and I guess he had some shoulder surgery, and she was kind of like, doing a checkup, make sure it's healing right, healing correctly. And he took his shirt off. She said something about sometimes are good days and bad days at my job. But he took his shirt off. but today is a good day.
Today is a good day, like Ice Cube.
I said, "Oh, you supposed to be married? Ooh, thirsty,
Today is a good day.
thirsty." But anyway, I said,
He
man,
seemed to be an older man the way
Yeah.
he talked.
yeah, but like I said, he's not in the NFL no more. He's either I don't know if he retired. But anyway, I said, "Oh, golly, man, you know what I'm saying? I said I had shoulder surgery too, but they don't check my shoulder out like that."
Take your shirt off. Let's see. Take your shirt off, man.
And Dr. Contessa said, "Today's the bad day."
So she was also saying too, as far as his brain, because people that
CTE.
yeah,
Yeah.
they have to keep their brain active, and things to kind of keep their brain active is like, taking a different way home. I was like, oh, that's a good idea.
With NFL players and people that box and stuff like that, you take a lot of punishment to the head, and you get concussions and stuff. And concussions, can cause CTE. I think I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments. And sometimes it can get to the point that these guys that leave the sport and that have been dealing with concussions all their life, they commit.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So
I've seen a movie. What was that movie? About that man having that brain injury.
But yeah,
Will
so
Smith, I think, played it.
yeah, but yeah, so yeah, that's one thing you gotta kind of watch real closely when you lead the sport. Especially if you have concussions and whatnot.
Yeah. So let's move on to Anila and them children, honey, that she's trying to raise.
You got the shoe.
Jaffin, wait a minute.
Yeah.
That she's trying to raise, and
I couldn't wait to get that shoe.
And so that little boy, honey, he is hollering and screaming and hollering because he hurt his foot.
That little boy needs a big mama in the house.
And she put his big grown self on that table or that kitchen counter and to see about it. And she is just livid because she don't know what to do, honey. It's her first time being a mama, having to really parent her children, and she about to lose.
Yeah, see, that's when you have privilege in the household. Back in the day, if I was crying like that, they gonna say, "You better be quiet for I give you something to cry about." You know what I'm saying? You try to hold it in. So yeah, man. But that's what you call privilege, man. Because she never
had to do.
Yeah, she never raised her kids. She had Miss Gomez, and she never had to do it, man. So now she don't know what to do. She's lost. So
and then they showing all the little things where she about to lose, and then the little boy pee on her. How in the world? He is not a toddler.
First of all,
he's fully potty trained.
First of all, she made a big mistake by standing in front of him. You know what I'm saying? You stay to the side.
But wait, shouldn't he been turned the other way toward the toilet?
Maybe the boo on.
No, she said you're peed on.
I know, but
you said you're sitting on the toilet.
Yeah, he might be a boo on, and she sat right in front of him. I said, yeah, she don't not be a parent, man, because you sat to the side. You never. Especially a boy, yeah, the pew game over, man. You know what I'm saying?
And then she don't know how to wash clothes. She was like, "I'm just gonna put them all together, like put them." And it's like she don't know how to do nothing, just basic skills. She don't know how to do. Sure enough, they eat macaroni and cheese. She called her mama. I was like, "Mama, why you ain't over here help her? Baby, you got it." Yeah, she was like, "How did you do this, Mom?
I was just saying,
do this?"
She has 2 kids, okay?
2. Just 2.
And she don't leave the house to go to work. So she's at home most of the time. So she has basically, let's give her a minimum of 6 hours to herself at the house. You know what I'm saying? Because they be at school. So in 6 hours, you cannot wash the clothes, have like 5 hours to yourself.
She posts a blog, right?
Yeah, but you can blog 2 hours out of that. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 hours. I'll give you 3 hours to blog. You still got 3 or 4 hours to yourself. I just don't get it well.
So anyway, she wants somebody that's going to take care of the kids and yada, 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 yada. But evidently her mama said, you're on your own, child. I don't know if her mama stayed out of town or what, but yeah, she like,
Yeah, mom.
you know, she said, it's okay, you'll handle it. You'll get it. You'll get it.
Just don't call me, cause you're gonna go straight to voicemail.
So let's move on to the next one. Heavenly is talking to Damon, and basically she's telling him, hey, we're going to this Halloween party. I got your stuff all laid out before you. And she was like, Damon don't really get into girl stuff or whatever, but she did share with him, you know, exactly what happened. Mm-hmm. And she starts to cry to him.
Damn, it's a picture of us together. I don't know what happened. We were his best friend. We went to vacation together. You see? You so extra. You so extra.
David sit her down and said, listen, you are a leader in this group. And he said, it's just certain stuff that you cannot talk, you cannot say. You know, you can't say stuff about people and expect them to respond your way. And if you hurt their feelings, then you need to own that. And, you know, you have to be respectful of people's feelings, and you just can't go around saying everything.
So I don't know. Do Damien know about the videos or whatnot? I don't know if he knows about it.
I don't know.
Because
he probably don't pay Helena no attention.
Exactly. What I'm trying to get at is, if he did know about it and he saw what Heavenly was doing on those videos, he probably would have said something to her earlier about it. Mm-hmm. But apparently, to me, I could be totally wrong that he don't know anything about these videos until now.
He listened. She listened to him.
Right.
She do, but
because you know, like he said, you know, you gotta be careful with what you say. You're gonna say things you can't take back, and that's what she did. Mm-hmm. You know, so.
So let's move on. So the next part is the Halloween skate party. You know, I wouldn't mind going to a skate party. I love to skate. It's been a minute, but not like a long minute. I can still get back up there and do my thing. But the falling part, and I don't know how I'm gonna recover. So Simone and Cece are hosting this Halloween party. So Toya and Eugene come in dressed like who?
I didn't know who. I thought
Baby, Dusty. Beyonce and Jay-Z, Dusty.
I thought she was like a 1970 solid gold dancer, and I thought he was like some homeless guy trying to wipe your windshield off. That's what I thought at first. I was like, well, he's gonna be Jay-Z. Man, come on.
I mean, that was a failed assignment. So yes, y'all missed that one. So anyway, they had to tell people who they was. So Scott is coming in, and I forgot whatever Scott was, but I noticed that Contessa went with it. He had his sisters there.
I think he was Muhammad Ali. He was a boxer,
yeah. He said Contessa. Did he say Contessa said she was going out of town?
Yeah, he said she told them she was going out of town, but actually she's studying for a test.
Oh,
so she lied to them saying she was out of town, but actually she was at home studying.
I got you. So let's see. Anika and her husband pull up in a moving truck, and they called and said, come out, the Harris, come out, your movers are here. And so they went in there and got Eugene and stuff, and Toya and Eugene.
Before you go any further with this, they must put some money in that prank, because you actually have physically go down to the U-Haul place, rent a truck, and get the uniforms all embroidered with the names and stuff. Is a prank that deep? Mm-hmm. Prank ain't that deep to me. You know what I'm saying?
It seems like they got a little. I think Anil is still in her feelings that Toya not talking to her like that. So it's an underlying thing behind it, because it didn't seem like it was a friendly, funny prank.
No, it was malicious. It was malicious.
It seemed like it had a little intent behind it. But
I'm surprised the husband went along with that though.
Oh yeah. And so anyway, so both of them in the parking lot, and they called him out there. And when Eugene saw it, he was like, I ain't not going out there. He turned back around. And Toya was like, oh, you spent that much time. Girl, I live rent-free in your head. Like, I'm really living in your head.
Man, she's right, man. For them to actually go down there to rent a U-Haul truck to get under somebody's skin, that's a dedicated prank.
You're right.
Dedicated.
So, Cecil, the guys are all sitting down and talking, and Cecil was like, he thought the joke was funny. Like, most people thought that the joke was funny, because let's be honest, Toya and them done moved how many times? It must be they've been on the freaking show.
It must be something personal going on with Eugene, because he was really bothered about it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what's going on with Eugene, but he was heated. So when they pulled that prank, they touched the nerve.
Oh, they touched the nerve. Yeah. I think that Eugene is embarrassed about it.
Probably he got a lot of pride about himself.
Yeah. I think because this time, like I know you probably won't watch it, but they got out of debt. They had $1 million house. They had this downsized to a smaller house. They got out of debt because they owed the IRS, I don't know how many millions or hundreds or whatever. And they ended up, hey, yay, we out of debt and all this stuff. So it's always been about their debt, their houses, and the way they spend their money. But I think this time it touched a nerve because Eugene is no longer working as a director, and he had to probably change his lifestyle because he ain't making that money like he do, because he's saying he having to work all this overtime just to seem like to feel the needs that they want to have or live a certain lifestyle. So I think it did touch a nerve.
Yeah, that's why I said sometimes when you pull these pranks, especially something like that, you got to understand what that person is going through. You don't know what that person's going through. Yeah, it might be fun on the outside, but that person could be going through some real stuff. Yeah. And you making fun of it, so.
Eugene said Eugene was talking to Anila's husband, which I think his name is Karen. And so Eugene was saying, listen, we understand that the wives have their issues. They go through those things and stuff like that. But we as guys don't get down like that. We don't get into women's stuff. So to see you a part of this prank, it was, kind of hurtful. And I don't think it's funny, period.
Yeah. Mostly when you have couples, the guys usually don't fall out. It's just, sometimes the women just like, just leave it with the women. Leave it with the women.
And Eugene was like, I didn't get the point. Everybody moves. Child, not as much as y'all do, honey. I mean, not as much. Well, some people do move as much as y'all do. Yeah. But y'all got like money in big houses and stuff. Other people have little apartments and they move from one apartment to a house to an apartment or somewhere else.
I think, maybe they bit off more than they can chew in the houses. Some of the houses, you know what I'm saying? Especially when you have to work a lot of hours maintaining that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? So if you got to work that many hours to maintain that lifestyle isn't for you, And I don't want Eugene to be worked to death, basically, you know what I'm saying? To just try to maintain that lifestyle.
A house built, you know what I'm saying? They already in a rental home, but
I don't know what Toy does for a living anyway.
Nothing.
See, that's the thing. She's at home. He's out there working.
I think somebody said, no, that may have been KOED. Like, that, Toya, I think, used to be in the pharmacy and stuff like that or whatever.
No, that's what I said. I think somebody said KOED.
I think Toya used to be in that too. But she's not in that no more. But KOED ain't in that pharmacy. KOED is not working a job. Like, she's not working a job. So,
Well, the thing is, I'm trying to get back with Eugene, man, because I know he's trying to please. And maybe if what Helena said, what Eugene said was true about, that's the worst thing he ever done. Maybe he just frustrated by marrying, Toya, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But Eugene walked off cussing and stuff like that because, he just mad. So Toya is talking to Anila, and the conversation, she pulled her to the side and the conversation didn't go well. So Anila was just in her feelings as well. So she walked off cussing. So Helena is talking to KOED, and she wants to apologize for what she said about her being with married men. And KOED was like, okay, I got you this time. I forgive you this time, but there's certain stuff that you cannot say. And then on her confessional, she was like, if it happened again, I'm done. Like, having this for you. If it happened again, I'm done. Like, I'm not going to deal with this.
Well, to me, when you telling your friends or saying your friends out there sleeping with married men, to me, that's the line you cross right there.
Oh yeah,
and that's a little too far right there. And cause you dragging my name through the mud,
right?
But KOED forgave her once again, so we'll see what happens.
So the next scene, the guys are hanging out at the axe spot.
Throwing axes.
Didn't we see that somewhere over here?
Yeah, I think they had like a new spot over here.
I kind of want to do it, but then I kind of feel like I'm gonna be wasting my money just to throw axe. Can I do that somewhere else for free?
Yeah, you can go in the woods somewhere. You can go right back up there to Tennessee. You can throw all the axes you want for free.
So the guys are hanging out, and so I don't know if it was Cecil or whatever, but they wanted to get the guys together because they know Eugene was. And like Cecil said, he's never seen Eugene like that. And I can say I've never, on camera, never seen Eugene.
That's why I said.
He normally laugh it off and joke it off.
That's why I said Eugene going through something, because it must be some pressure to make him pop like that.
Right.
No.
So Eugene said that he was heated. He was heated. So all the guys coming in one by one, and Cecil said that he thought it was funny. He actually thought that the joke was funny, but until he started talking to Eugene and would realize how it affected Eugene, he was like, you know what, he had to second guess and rethinking. So he was saying, if you hurt your friend's feelings, you need to apologize.
Yeah, that's the main thing. If you are truly friends and you you step over that line and hurt your friend's feelings, you should be man enough or woman enough to apologize to your friend, especially if you're in the wrong.
Right. But Karen don't think he's in the
Karen,
wrong.
Karen. All right, after Eugene and who's the other guy? It's not Scott,
Cecil.
So yeah, after Eugene and Cecil had a little conversation, Calvin walked in, Karen walked in, and he was, ooh, your ears must be burning because we just got through talking about you. So Eugene kind of explained to Karen that, man, you hurt my feelings and whatnot, man. I thought we was friends. Friends don't do that. So Kevin said, I apologize for the joke. I apologize to you and your wife. Even though I apologize for the joke, I still thought the joke was funny. I thought the joke was funny, and it was real funny. So Eugene said, so basically you doubling down on the joke. He said, yeah, man, it's a funny joke, man. I apologize to you.
He ain't doubling down on nothing.
Yeah, but he said, yeah, but it's a joke, man. Then somehow Eugene he says MF joke or something like that.
He said something about these MFers, and then he said, who you calling that MF?
Right.
But the way he used it, he wasn't calling.
He wasn't calling Eugene MF. I think Eugene was still heated. So when he heard the word MFer, he thought, this is my opportunity to kind of, raise up and go after him. Mm-hmm. So after that happened, Kelvin said, you know what? I'm gonna be the boringest, dullest, unfunniest person in the group, and I think the show went off after that.
Yeah, I think he ain't that funny. He kind of corny, but
Yeah, he has that
dry sense of humor,
particular sense of humor that don't kind of jive well with certain people. You know what I'm saying? Leave it at that. But but his wife, I feel like, is dictating the pranks with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So anyway, on that note, y'all, that was pretty much it. I enjoyed this season, so far so good. I really am enjoying it. And then they're going to Vegas next time.
One thing about this show and this cast, what I'm saying, which I never noticed about it, they've probably been doing it for a while. I just haven't paid it any attention. Was that when the women get together, especially certain women, they can fuss and yell at each other and laugh like 10 seconds later at one another.
Yep.
To me makes a good dynamic in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, because hey, we can fuss and cuss and get down each other's throats,
and
then laugh it off and be. That's what children do. That's what the little children do. So yeah, and get back to being in the same space. We ain't got to go heated. We ain't got to go, they're dark and stuff like that. So but one thing I like about it is that they all have an authentic relationship off camera, and they've had that for years, and they've yet built it on camera. So like Heavenly said, her and Contessa hang out. So that's what I can say. Some people come on these shows and they just come and film, and when filming over, they don't fool with each other. Right. But that's what I like about it. So on that note, you guys, we're gonna go ahead and get out of here. As we say at the end of every video, don't forget to go with God and let God go with you.
I always put God first. I'm about to go to sleep.
Deuces.
Hey! I always put